afternoon. This is the knitting news from Knit Happens Teesside for Thursday, the 27th of June 2019. Well, the big news for some of us is it's woolfest tomorrow. Well, it's today as well, but we're going tomorrow. So, the thing about woolfest is some years we've been amongst people who were rushing home because the houses were going to be flooded, and driving along and coaches going past and great big walls of water getting sloshed over our car. That was one year. And then we've had it so that it's been so hot. I just didn't know what to do with myself. And then we've also had it very cold. So tomorrow, I think it'll be just somewhere in between and we might just manage all right. So, I'm either wearing sandals and taking shoes or wearing shoes and taking sandals. Just in case. I don't think I'll need my gloves. And I probably won't need this. But you do have to think about what you might take, what you might wear that would look particularly stylish and show off your knitting and crochet skills. Or you could just go and look at the things on offer and not bother about any of that. So obviously it's a bit warm today, so I couldn't really do this bit last. Right. Last night at knitting, Maggie was working on her bunnies, and I think she's just about had enough of those bunnies. Because they're not symmetrical, it makes it a little bit more tricky. Andrea was working on her jumper that she was working on last week. And luckily for Andrea, she was working on the sleeve. And the rest of the jumper was resting on the table because it was a little bit like a greenhouse last night. We were way too warm. We had to keep going getting glasses of water. For once, we'd wished we were sitting in the middle of the two air conditioning units. There was Petrina, who was working on her sleeve. And I think it's just one of those projects that's just, you just do it till it's done. But the recipient's going to be very pleased, I'm sure. Athene was working on her bag, which is lovely and still not far from the top. I'm not quite sure what the straps are going to be like. Sarah was working on her yellow themed squares for her rainbow themed blanket. So she's done some orange ones and they're fading to sort of yellow, but they've got bits of orange in them, which is interesting. And I was working on my pie shawl. My pie shawl is not that far from finished, but I'm going to have to learn some new techniques to finish it off because it's a big circle, but then the edge is going to be knitted round the edge of the circle like that. So I'm not quite sure how long that's going to take me or whether it's going to be any fun or lots of fun. Fiona, well, Fee did arrive last night. We did see Fee. She was a little bit late because Amy's ditched us for another pastime. And though she might have a go at crochet, I'm informed. And Fee forgot. She just forgot what she was doing, where she was going. And so she came to knitting on a roasting hot day with the dog in the car. And so she couldn't stay. She had to go. So I'm sure she did some knitting at some point. Fancy bringing the dog to knitting. I would if I could. Ooh, it's a little bit hot. This is Vanilla Rooibos, which is red bush tea. It's just a little bit hot, but I will enjoy it. I can't slurp it. It's going to burn my tongue. Anyway, more news, maybe, next week.